She met a sweet black man, and then she threw me down. Corey on double bass. Right trees. Warm Black Mountain, not a man in jail. Warm Black Mountain, not a man in jail. Judge found him guilty, jury ground him bail. Warm Black Mountain, razor in my gun. Warm Black Mountain, razor in my gun. Gonna kill her, she stands here. Gonna shoot her, she runs. Warm Black Mountain, I said, whoa, Black Mountain. I said, whoa, Black Mountain. I said, whoa, Black Mountain. Whoa, Black Mountain, razor in my gun. Whoa, Black Mountain. I said, whoa, Black Mountain. Whoa, Black Mountain. Whoa, Black Mountain. Whoa, Black Mountain, razor in my gun. Whoa, Black Mountain. I said, whoa, Black Mountain. I said, whoa, Black Mountain. I said, whoa, Black Mountain. Whoa, Black Mountain, baby, practicing pain. Thank you very much. Welcome to the history of British blues. So this is like an extra show from the Fringe season we did, which is a lot of fun as well. So it's good, reenacting exactly as it was, even the walk on, even the lame walk on there. Actually, every year we kind of think, are we going to do it this year? And then we just do it. And we even high five before we go in. That's how lame we are, actually. So we may look cool, we may not even look cool, but we are not. So that was a little song by Nick Drake. So the first half of the British Blues show, we do more the kind of the folk blues side. So people like Nick Drake, John Martin, Bert Jansch, people like that. So a lot of these names I might throw at you, you may not know. So you can Google when you get home. Don't do it now. And you can look up these people because they're all really worth discovering if you get a chance to as well. So Nick Drake, anyone who Nick Drake is around here? Oh yeah, very good. That's good. Might do a Nick Drake show next year. So secrets out. But I do that sometimes with other artists. I do Jackson C. Frank. Anyone who know who Jackson C. Frank is around here? Oh, there you go. Well, that's two more than you usually know, actually. So I was going to do a show on Jackson C. Frank, and I realised actually only you guys would actually turn up, so it wasn't a good idea. But I went to did a pilgrimage to Nick Drake's gravesite in Tamworth and Arden, just outside Birmingham, and it was an amazing day, just sort of real good, sort of wandering around the gravesite, and also the town people just knew him as like the Drake boy, basically. They didn't know who he was or what he'd done or what he'd done for music, basically. So, and if you don't know the Nick Drake story, it's one of the tragic singer-songwriter stories that we all have, and I was included, obviously. My dress sense is usually the tragic story of my life, but basically he's released about 3 albums officially, and the last album he did was half finished when he died. But basically the third album he did, basically he just went into the record company and just gave him a master tapes of the actual album, and they put it under the desk because they didn't know what it was. And then they're cleaning out the desk one day and they thought, "What was this?" And it was Nick Drake's third album, because he was so, by that stage he was so under. It was a bit over the whole thing, really. So some beautiful albums. 5 Leaves Left, which is the first one, then Bridal Later, then Pink Moon, and then Time of No Reply, which is the half-finished one as well. So, but there's another album that they had released of unfinished tracks, and this was not Fruit Tree, but it was but basically it's a release of sort of blues songs that he did, and that was a Bessie Smith tune that he recorded. So I'm going to do a John Martin tune. So people who know Nick Drake may know John Martin, but John Martin and Nick Drake sort of hang out quite a lot, and he wrote the song Solid Air for Nick Drake as well, so there's a kind of tie-in with those two. And I saw John Martin play in Leeds Irish Centre, and it was his last tour. He basically lost one of his legs through just drinking and drugs through the whole time. He actually blamed it on his guitar. He said the guitar was too heavy, and so it damaged his leg, but yeah. I think the drugs and the drink was probably on. But he is an interesting character. When you Google him, basically he's beautiful songs, amazing songs, but just a real Glaswegian thug underneath it all. So you see him on the stage, he'll be basically a bit of both. He'll just be like taunting the audience with a fight outside, and then he'll just do this beautiful tune at the end of it. So, but yeah, I saw the gig and I thought this could go either way. You know, he wasn't really in that great a state, and he came out with a big white robe and a staff, and he had one leg. Like a blues Gandalf or something, and then he sat down with his SG, and everyone's thinking, oh, you know, how's it going to go? And then he just basically asked for a split from the audience, which we'll do later, and put on his guitar, and then went away, and this is basically back to Solid Air 1973. So it's a pretty amazing show. So this is a little song of his, a little song called Jelly Roll Baker.
Jelly roll, only my bacon jelly, keep it
But I got a secret you can't catch on to it all, Mr. Jelly Roll Baker. What about your jelly roll? Only my bacon jelly, keep it in your soul. Slave and good blows his horn, gonna rise to my grave, Mr. Jelly Roll Baker. What about your jelly roll? Only my bacon jelly, keep it in your soul. Can I place an order? 3 weeks ahead, I'd rather have your jelly in my home bacon bread, Mr. Jelly Roll Baker. What about your jelly roll? Only my bacon jelly, keep it in your soul. Have all my women, sure keep them all. And I got a secret you can't catch on to it all, Mr. Jelly Roll Baker. What about your jelly roll? Only my bacon jelly, keep it in your soul. Only my bacon jelly, keep it in your soul. Only my bacon jelly, keep it in your soul. Thank you. All right, I can make a bit more guitar if that's right, Kev. Please thank Kev on the sound over there, behind you. He's the fourth Beatle. He's Ringo because no one wanted Ringo. But yes, Kev's amazing. So yes, he makes it sound so much sweeter. So I'm going to do a little tune by Jackson C. Frank, who I mentioned before. So Jackson C. Frank is a probably equal tragedy story to Nick Drake. And every time I tell this story, it sort of comes out like almost like a joke, and it's the way I think I inflect right at the end of the actual story. And so I actually had someone laugh at the end of it. It's not really that funny, but like it's. And I've been waiting for it every time I say the story. I think someone's going to laugh because it sounds like a joke. But anyway, I'll keep it down. I'll try and keep my inflections low. But yeah, so basically Jackson C. Frank was a classic, sort of, no one's ever heard of him apart from those two people. And so he basically had a basically his boiler blew up in the school and it killed basically the whole class, which is where this inflection goes down. And so basically with the sort of the compensation he got from that, and he had scarring all over his body, and he basically got a lot of money, and so he spent the money to go to England. So he went to London and played around the London folk clubs. So people like Bert Jansch and John Renbourn and Nick Drake and John Martin, all basically they sort of were very much influenced by his playing, which is amazing. And he only released one album, which is called Jackson C. Frank. So if you ever want to try and find the album. And so this song, we've actually, it's been covered by Paul Simon, it's been covered by Bert Jansch and Nick Drake and all sorts of people. And Paul Simon produced his first album as well. But it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And he basically, when he recorded this and then went back to America and then just basically disappeared into obscurity. And then someone tried to find him later on. But by that stage, he couldn't play any guitar at all by that stage. So, yeah, so it's one of those rock's tragic stories, but it's a beautiful tune. And it's a song called Blues Runs the Game. Catch a boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I've gone, wherever I've been, I'm gone. Wherever I've gone, the blues run the game. Send out for whiskey, baby, send out for gin. Me on room service, babe. Me on room service, babe. Me on room service, I live in life of sin. When I'm not drinking, baby, you are on my mind. And I ain't drinking, honey. And I ain't drinking, mama. I ain't drinking, you know, you find me crying. Maybe tomorrow, baby, someplace down the line, we'll be much older, so much older, mama, we'll be much older. We'll just start all our trying. Maybe tomorrow, baby, someplace down the line, we'll be much older, so much older, mama, we'll be much older. We'll just start. Try another city, baby, another town. Wherever I have played, wherever I've thrown them dice, wherever I have played the blues, run the game. Living is a gamble, baby, loving's much the same. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I have gone, the blues tumbling down. Send out for whiskey, baby. 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 Send out for whiskey, mama. Send out for whiskey, mama. Send out for whiskey, honey. Send out for whiskey, baby. 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 When I'm not drinking, baby. When I'm not drinking, baby. When I'm not drinking. Boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I have gone, the blues runs the game. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm going to play a John Mayall song. So we can't do a British blues without doing John Mayall. Everyone know who John Mayall is? There you go. Oh, bless your consoles. He's actually from the same place my mum's from, in Salford in the UK. My mum and dad are actually here tonight, which oddly enough, they're usually at every gig. But so I can't make my disparaging jokes about Salford, unfortunately. Like, just check your wheels are still on your vehicle when you leave. But it still works. She might hear it. At home knitting. What if she does?
She's probably out there stealing your hubcap.
She may be out there. That's it. Good one. Good one, actually. But yeah, so he actually lived in a tree house in Salford, which is pretty good actually, because it's such a. I'm not sure if you've ever been to Salford. Anyone been to Salford before? I had this sort of grandiose vision. Yeah. Did you ever go back? No. I used to have this grandiose vision. We used to have like the Salford Town Band, like, doing a song called Salford, and so I had this sort of magical, as a kid, I had this magical view of this place. It was like the Wizard of Oz or something. It was like, wow, this must be paid with gold. It was not gold. It's paid with something. It wasn't gold. And so we basically, I remember going there the first time on the bus, and it's like, oh, this is Salford. Jeez, it's like, apart from L.S. Lowry, they didn't really do, and the Smiths didn't do much, and John Mayall. So there were some good things about it. But yeah, I actually went to, I'm not sure if you know the Smiths, the band. There's a place called the Salford Lads Club, and it's on the front cover of one of their albums. And I did a Salford pilgrimage there as well in the same year I did the Nick Drake one. And I went to the Salford Lads Club. My auntie and uncle wouldn't actually get out of the car. It was in a place called Ordsall, and so I had to like quickly get out, take the shot, jump back in the car while the car's still running, and then screeched out of there type thing. It was like it was a pretty rough area, as you can imagine. So, but this is a great song, and as with John Mayall, it's part of the British blues. He was basically the godfather of British blues. He basically made so many people famous, like Peter Green and Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood and Jeff Beck and all sorts of people played in his band. And so he started basically Cream, and he started Fleetwood Mac, and he started Led Zeppelin, all places like that. So we're going to do a song called No More Tears. I actually saw John Mayall play at the Gov, and I thought I was going to get all my guitars signed by him, and I thought he'd basically just go back in the tour van and then disappear, and I'd never see him again. And he actually stayed on that signing table for about 2 hours. I could have got my whole collection down there, and bust it down there, and got it all signed. So he was a lovely guy as well, which is nice to sort of see. So. Anyway, a song called No More Tears.
Was the telephone brought you back to me? Don't you weep and moan, just get back to misery. You ain't gotta shed no more tears no more. It was a yellow moon shining down on the street. But you weep alone, looking for a place to meet. You ain't gonna shed no more tears no more. It was a crazy night, dancing round by the fire. You gonna be alright, I'm telling you I wouldn't lie. You ain't gonna shed no more tears no more. It was a break of day, a lot of school in my eyes. Well, don't you fade away, it takes a while to realize. You ain't shed no more tears no more.
Shed some tears, McMurray. Very cheese sound.
It was a break of day, a lot of school in my eyes. Well, don't you fade away, take a while to realize. You ain't gonna shed no more tears no more. It was a telephone brought you back to me. Well, don't you weep alone, just about the family. You ain't gonna shed no more tears no more. You ain't gonna shed no more tears no more. You ain't gonna shed no more tears no more.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna do one more tune, and it's funny saying about doing the John Mayer. We did a American folk this year at the Fringe as well, and we the first show we omitted Bob Dylan, and and someone yelled out "Judas" from the audience, which I thought was quite topical. But we almost got killed in the car park. So the shows later we put him back in. So, and we thought it'd been clever. We thought we'll do the American folk. We won't do Bob Dylan as a thing, but wasn't a thing. So we're going to do a little song. We're going to have a song and then we'll have a short break. This is a song by Davy Graham. Anyone know who Davy Graham is? Oh, there you go. These guys are well educated. And Davy Graham was kind of like John Mayall was the godfather of British blues, and John Mayall was kind of the godfather of British folk blues. So he sort of crossed a lot of boundaries and borders, and basically invented the tuning dadgad. Anyone know what dadgad is around here? See, that's good. See, we didn't have that in French, did we? No one knew what dadgad was. It's quite strange. When we play blues, we don't get we just get kind of bearded men basically asking about tunings and string gauges, generally. So this is standard tuning, and it's a 12-gauge Martin strings. Just saves time later on. But David Graham was he basically invented dadgad, which is an open tuning, which we'll look at later in the next set. So this is, and he basically was the kind of the start of the folk blues kind of revolution in the 60s of the coffee houses. And there's a place called Les Cousins, they called it. It's actually called Les Cousins, but they call it Les Cousins in London. And actually, before I did the Fringe show, I actually Googled Les Cousins to work out what that was in French, and it was the cousins. So who knew? They're so literal. But and that was basically where Bert Jansch and Nick Drake and John Martin and others hung out, basically. Jackson C. Frank and Paul Simon, people like that. So there's a little song called Cocaine that David Graham did. And we'll have a little short break after this, and then we can get some beers. Here comes my mama dressed in black. Please, please, mama, I just want you back. Cocaine running round my brain. And I got a mama all dressed in white. And come home, baby, won't you stay the night? Cocaine running round my brain. And I got a mama all dressed in red. Come home, baby, let's go back to bed. Cocaine running round my brain. And here comes my baby all dressed in blue. Come home, mama, I know what to do. Cocaine running round my brain. Come, baby, please come quick, and this old cocaine is making me sick. Cocaine running round my brain. Well, cocaine's for horses, not for men. It's gonna kill you, baby, but I won't say when. Cocaine running round my brain. You got a nickel, I got a dime. You buy the coke and I'll buy the wine. Cocaine running round my brain. Come, baby, please come quick, and this old cocaine is making me sick. Cocaine running round my brain.
I got a mama dressed in green. I know, baby, just what you seen. Cocaine running around my brain. Here comes my mama dressed in gray. Come on, baby, let's come back someday. Cocaine running around my brain. Sweet cocaine running around my brain. Your cocaine running around my brain.
Thank you very much. We've got a little short break, so grab yourself a beer, and we'll be back very, very soon. Thank you.